Biden said to him, if you don't vote for this, whatever it was, BBB, Build Back Better, massive multi-trillion dollar legislation, Biden said to him, if you don't do it, I'll never speak to you again. This guy's known for, worked with for 40 years, you know. Biden says he was dragged so far left from that he didn't recognize how far left he was. And I had a conversation about 3 weeks ago over dinner with a psychiatrist. And this guy speaks on boats. That's pretty much what he does in addition to his practice. So he's fairly well known. And
When you say boats, you mean cruise ships?
cruise ships, he speaks on cruise ships, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said to me, you know, this Trump derangement syndrome, it's a legitimate syndrome. He said it's a real psychiatric syndrome. And I just bounced into a guy at Facebook and I said to him, look, you really need an intervention. He's so absorbed with that side of it. I mean, the right, left, it doesn't really matter. I mean, these people are just so consumed um, with the politics of the day, and I see it more so because it's focused on Trump.
Yeah,
So
and
it looks like the left is over. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've run into
What were we
a
going to
lot
say?
of people who abhor Trump, hate Trump, everything about him. Some have had personal dealings with the Trump organization that's made it very difficult to support somebody like that. Others just hate his politics. You know, he's a fascist, he's a communist, he's a Nazi. I mean, these crazy words that come out that just get people fired up for no reason. And it's not where we want to be. It's not this open discussion, you know, that we're looking for as people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a baby boomer. I'm older than you, so I remember I lived in the post-war period, and I was a kid in the 50s. And and in the 50s, the taste of World War II was still around. There was Korea, but most people talked about the war and during the war, and you heard a lot about that when I was a kid. Uh, but it's so far removed from the reality of the millennials and these new generations, these current generations, that it's ancient history to them. It really is. I remember I had a conversation with a kid, and this was probably, I'm going to say 15 years ago, and they were talking about Trump. It was during Trump's first administration. We were talking about Trump. There go your dogs. They were talking about Trump and Trump's attitude towards women. And I said, how'd you feel about Clinton? And they said, well, that was ancient history. They really had no idea the whole Clinton years and what that was about, you know? And it struck me, at that point, I maybe have written it, that people think the world started the day they were born. And we got a lot of kids now that are not kids anymore in their 20s and 30s. And they think the world began when they were born. They just, they don't have the ability that, it's just, I guess it's human nature. And every generation must have felt this way.
And you could take Trump to task for a lot of different things, but I really think that ending the Department of Education is one of the smartest things he could do. We don't teach civics anymore. I don't think we teach history anymore. So those are the things that you really have a foundation on when you support your country, when you look at your country, what they're doing right and wrong.